we're coming along a curve and the car is saying hold the steering wheel. Now Kim's got her hands on there, but it wants her to give it a good tactile. There you go.
I almost had to like just pull it a little bit towards me to be like, hey, I'm holding on.
So I'm back here in the third row. This is why we like to leave all 3 rows open, because I can hand snacks over to the little guys. There's a spoiler at its lowest position to give you the optimal aerodynamics. According to Tesla, you get about 1.6% improved range with the active spoiler that creates the prime drag coefficient needed to get you range. Hey look, we're passing Tallulah Falls. Speaking of Elon.
But I don't think they're together anymore.
That's Elon's wife, ex-wife, wife, ex-wife, I think 3 or 4 times over.
Can't keep up, honestly.
Can't keep up, but there it is. Tallulah Falls. Just pulled off the road here just before we make the climb up into the mountains of North Carolina in far northern Georgia. This place is called Goats on the Roof because there are literally goats on the roof. Hi guys. He's not sure about it.
I'm driving by itself, Daddy. It's driving by itself.
Oh, cool. It's autopilot. And look, it's electric. They're making us fresh ice cream using liquid nitrogen. Look at this place.
Look at that.
Woo!
Look at that ice cream. Is that good?
Oh yeah, the boys have Tesla shirts on today. There's Landman with his. Liam!
FYI, buy 2 sizes up on the Tesla shirts if you're buying it for kids. They run way small.
Here we go, back to the car. Windshield just constantly. I just was telling Kim that you need to really we take it for granted after a few times where you just get used to it, but when you stop, slow yourself down and think about the spectacular view. I feel like I'm in a cockpit of a helicopter and just gliding across this landscape. So we are just about there. We're about 3 miles away. And love it because look, it now says we'll get there with exactly what it estimated 174 miles ago. Said we get there with 26%, I believe is what it initially was saying, right around 26%. And that's exactly what it's done after 174 miles. And we have about 70 miles of range left. And we've used 57 kilowatt hours. So $5.70 at 10 cents a kilowatt hour is what that would be.
Onto I-26 East towards Hendersonville.
But obviously we're going to supercharge for free 99 here shortly, so we'll recoup all that. But it did almost perfectly as far as estimating range, even considering the 1,100 foot elevation gain from A to B. Here we are. Supercharger in Asheville, North Carolina. Please subscribe. All to our own. So these superchargers, the vast majority of them, you have to back into. So you can actually see right there on the display and try to line it up and back into it. Got distracted trying to show you to look that way. There we go. Pick and choose your supercharger. And what I've learned with my only supercharging experience is you got to get real close to that wall because the cable is just long enough to be
I want to
plugged in.
see if I can figure it out too because I've never done the
Let's
Tesla.
do it. Let's do it. Let's let the
Okay.
kiddos out.
Yeah, I'll train you.
Hi, Lee. You did a good job.
Get out. Alright, let's see if I can figure this out.
It's pretty simple right now that you don't have to present a form of payment or anything.
And it opened up for me.
Yep. You have to press that button on the thing and it opens up. You already got it.
Yeah, I did it right away.
But you got to make sure it's not in because it's orange. There you go. Yep, that should be it. So once we get back in there. Yep. Let's see how we're doing. Starting to charge. We've got 64 miles of range. We drove 174-ish. So
Look at your other son.
look how quickly. It's quickly beginning to populate how many miles per hour of range you get. It gets close to 300 in most cases. And we've set it to charge to 100%, but I'll probably use my app at a later point to take that away. So we just finished up supercharging. I told Kim that, you know, we only need 20 minutes tops. She's like, oh, we'll hang out a lot more. And yeah, that's the problem with supercharging. you spend more than the free electricity that you get.
Happy wife, happy life.
Yeah, like twice the price of gasoline to get free charge here, but hey, we got a bunch of clothes out of it.
The boys got a lot of shirts. Happened.
I just experienced something called hill hold. We were on a pretty steep hill at a red light, and maybe other cars have it that I don't know of, but I've never driven a car that had it. But my foot was on the brake, I lifted it, and it was almost like it was in park. It wasn't drive, but it looked like it was in park.
I wonder if it will do it up here on this other hill.
I don't know if you have to be in it for a few seconds like we were in that red light for it to be engaged. But I mean, it was locked in place even though it said drive until I pressed the brake a little harder and then it released it. But it was really cool, one of those intuitive things that, you know, it held me in place on a steep hill even if I let go of the brake.
Right now, if we like brake, will it do it again?
I don't know if it will.
This
Oh,
isn't
it
very
does. Look at that. So we're in drive, and definitely not an autopilot or anything like that, and it's completely locked to the ground.
How do you know?
Because it's locked to the ground, and I just press the brake once, or just put my foot back on the accelerator, and it just unlocks itself and starts moving forward. Of course, we missed our turn again because this car just keeps blowing me away. It's blowing me away every 10 seconds, so I keep going the wrong way. Oh goodness, that's funny.
Oh well.
Right. Yeah,
we haven't realized
never
it.
experienced that. We're in the mountains and right away. It is really nice for the car not to roll back when you are at a hill. But if you just put your foot down and slide forward, it'll just keep going up.
Well, I could eat low more so many doggone days. But if I see a poacher, Lord, I believe I'll dance away.
So we are on our way from Asheville to Saluda, North Carolina, home to a B&B with a destination charger. So we're going to plug in there tonight while we sleep. But we're in rush hour traffic, about 6 p.m. And this is where autopilot shines. I mean, it shines in a lot of circumstances. One of them is right here. Heavy traffic where you're constantly going accelerator, brake, and it's keeping a safe distance and speeding up and slowing down as appropriate based on the car in front of it there. You can see the radar highlighted the car in front of it right there. It actually sees the little semi, big semi in a little digital form right there as well to our right. So that's pretty cool. But there you go, scooting it forward about 6 miles an hour in heavy traffic with it doing all the tedious work.
We're at the Orchard Inn about 30 miles south of Asheville, and this is the cottage we've rented. Come on, boys. This is the setup right here. So this is our bed. It came with cookies, which the kids really like. And there is another room over here for the boys to stay in.
It's a bed and breakfast that was built in 1926, and they've got a couple cottages and a couple other rooms. And if you've got kids, they want you in cottages. And they've got Tesla destination chargers outside the building. So we are at the destination charger here at the Orchard Inn, and got it plugged in right here. It's an 80 amp charger, which is actually the very fast variety of this. And if you get the amperage upgrade, you can actually see, I mean, it's pulling a good 31 miles of range per hour, and we were only pulling 48 amps because I didn't upgrade to get the full 80, as I figured any destination would be our overnight stay. So we're not in a hurry to get it fully charged, but they've got this all set up here. You can see it, and there's actually a Clipper Creek charger, which you can plug in other electric vehicles into, or with a Tesla adapter, plug your Tesla here as well. But very, very cool. We'll talk to the owners about their decision to put this out here, and we'll see what they say.